I really like my grind fragger, and I've been trying to kind of get my hands on a different one that has a different nano on it. And it struck me that the Chimera vendor, which is, in case you don't know, it's right here at Headlands Transit, which is right here. There's the rest of your map, and there's Headlands Transit. So, right here is the Chimera vendor, and there is this in here. However you want to say this, the Antaeus is what I'm going to say, Antaeus. It's not too bad. It's actually, I mean, when I looked at the damage at it at 5,000 compared to what I'm used to seeing, I was like, well, this isn't too horrible. This damage will probably go up some. It has 2 damage rolls, and the Chimera is a pretty good synergy because you get 15%. You get the 5, then the 10. So you get 15% increased health. So that's nice. You know, when shield breaks, you reload 15% of your clip. That's not going to help me a lot with this particular gun. But when the shields break, nearby enemies are knocked back. That actually works. Or nearby attackers, they're knocked back. And it does work. And I will show you this, and I'll show you in comparison. You see I have my grind fragger and the Antaeus, because that's all this is just a grind fragger in the end. I have them both equipped. Now, I have tier 5 mods on the Antaeus, and I would almost swear that the reload magazine just feels a little funky. It doesn't feel like it's working correctly. And if you're wondering why I say that, if you look, it's a 0.5 reload, and my grind fragger is a 0.4 reload. So, and you see the damage is close. Now, granted, I have better mods on this Antaeus, but the damage is still really close from what I use. And I'm going by what I use, and I mean, I only have like a tier 3 damage mod on my grind fragger, but that's what I use, so that's what I'm going to go by. So the damage is really close, and I'm not as big on Siphon as I used to be. It doesn't feel like it does what it should be doing. So I took a gamble with this because I was like, man, I wish. That's one of the reasons I never bought it. Is Siphon. I was like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. Now, and I had enough to buy the gun and 2 mods, and I bought another 2 mods off of somebody, and gave it a shot, and it's not disappointing. And as you see, I did roll the +8 mag again because I do like having all the extra bullets in a grind fragger. It's really handy. So I'll show you something, but let's to show you the single-minded. I've showed you I've used this perk, 30% reload. Let's swap that out. We'll go over, just stick it on something else because I don't want that to mess with the reload animations. Now, this is my grind fragger. Look how fast my hands are moving. Look at that. Woof. Now lag is going to come in. This game is becoming almost unplayable with the lag. So, let's shoot all but 5 rounds out, just so you can see. And the reason I'll leave 5 in is it's the same amount. Now, look how slow this is. That is 1/10 of a second. Well, here, I'll tell you what we'll do. It's 1/10 of a second difference in the reloads. And this is why I don't think it's working. So there's 1 bullet left, and it's going to start feeding bullets back into it. I know that. So here's what we'll do. We're going to get this one down to 1 bullet. And the other one's going to shoot a little faster. The grind fragger is going to shoot faster, but... Alright. Reloading the grind fragger. Reloading the Antaeus. See, that is so much slower. I really, unless there is this breaking point when you get below 0.5, that it is faster, then yeah, I can't help but think that there's something wrong with the magazine. Because that's what it felt like when I was reloading it before I put that 0.75 mag on it. And I have a tier 4 on the other one that's a 0.8. So... I don't know. Something's wonky. Something's not working right now. It does read the correct reload. When I put it on, it said it went from a 0.8 to a 0.5. I feel like I'm still reloading at a 0.8. So, I don't know. And we'll go ahead and put this perk back on, and I'll show you why I had to do that. Now, even this one, remember this shoots slower because this one is not cannoneer. Now, with that perk, we'll show you what that perk does and why I like to use it. Now you see the fast motion. Granted, it's ridiculous on my grind fragger. If you've watched any of my videos, you've seen that. So yeah, it's ridiculous. So I wanted to get this and try it out so that we could see if it was any good, and it really is, and I will go ahead and show you guys that it's good. We're going to hop over here to this incursion, and I'll show you from there. Now this gun is not bio, so it doesn't eat through armor like my other grind fragger does, but this thing is really powerful and it really hits hard. I definitely like it. Like my only problem I have is just that I still think that the magazine is glitched. I think I should be getting a faster reload, but I don't know. I can't really say for sure, but oh good lord, somebody's got the diaper truck out. But this gun, if you can see it, it is just tearing into things. Look at the damage it does. I kind of think, you know, a lot of these guns have always had kind of this hidden thing about them, and I kind of think that this one has a higher crit maybe than it shows, but I could be wrong, but it feels like the crit is pretty high compared to a grind fragger anyway. So if you want a grind fragger, this would definitely be something good to use if you've got the cores to go ahead and buy it and get the mods for it. It's good synergy. There's nothing like having extra health, so that's always a good thing. But I really needed something different. I find I'm using my grind fragger. I'm using the same two guns all the time, and where I do want to continue using the grind fragger, at least you know, I can use something different at least, not the exact same grind fragger. So that was kind of the purpose behind it for me. But I can definitely see me beginning to use this more and more. Now, if the reload thing continues to go on, I may have to go ahead and re-roll it and deal with less ammo and go for another reload roll, because
pretty amazing. Where'd you
this is a little bit too slow, and I think it would give it a little bit of oomph to have another reload. If this isn't going to get fixed, and yeah, I've done all the normal things you would do. I have logged out, turned the game off, restarted console, and it just hasn't done me any good. The reload still seems to be stuck at being slow, so that might be your only problem. So I would say definitely want to test it ahead of time, and if you have one and you're having the same issue, let me know. Or if you have your own questions about these tier 5 mods, if they may not be working correctly, especially that rapid reloader, because that is that just doesn't seem to be working quite so well. But this would be the gun. See, this is just way too slow. I'm so used to my other grind fragger going so fast. And don't forget too, while you're using this, it is siphon, so I'm doing pretty good damage, and this should be returning health to me. Now, I do have to admit, which is really freaking hard to see right now from the idiots with the constant explosions, but I don't really notice that the siphon seems to be working. So there is that too. So I will remember that, because think whenever you're using siphon, you'll see it proc, and really and truly, I'm not really seeing the siphon. I see the enemies die, but normally you get the little ring around you that lets you know, hey, it just procced and it gave you health and shields and whatnot, and I'm really not seeing it. So I am liking the damage, and maybe that is part of the thing. Maybe it's doing damage like a no nano gun. I don't know. I do see the enemies dying from siphon. I just don't see it proccing on myself. So it may be working and it's just a visual bug. We can always hope. But anyways, I just wanted to show you the gun in case you haven't seen it. You've been like me and been eyeing it since it came out and refused to buy it. And I will catch you guys later.